Hello? Hello, hello, hello. All right, so let's see if we are good now. Okay, perfect. Well, like I'm saying, welcome to the Breakpoint with Coach C. Sorry about the audio issue. I don't know, it's always something, right? So, welcome to everybody new and everybody returning. I'm saying welcome. Hope everybody's having a good weekend so far. I had to do a little bit of prep work. Today, I actually had an opportunity to get in and bowl on some national patterns. Packy is on fire. That's nice to know. Maybe he'll get a win today. Maybe he'll get a win. Um, so I had an opportunity to try out some stuff. Both my Ion Maxes look very, very good. The Monsoon looks good also. Um, so we're looking pretty good. I had to make a little bit of change. I had to remove some stuff and then add some stuff. So I took out a ball, the Ion Max Pearl, and added the Venom Shock. And then I also took out the Max Trail Pearl. So, with that being said, we're going to take a look and see what we can do down there when we bowl. I haven't watched a lot of PBA stuff because, believe it or not, dude, I was at the bowling alley today from 10 a.m. pretty much till 4 in the afternoon. So we really took it to the max today, to give us an opportunity to try to be successful when we go to Open Championships. I went over with the team to make sure they had everything they need for us. Black pants, too tall, that's you. Black pants is going to be needed because remember you can't wear shorts. Oh, excuse me. I also let everybody know that we will be too tall. This is for you directly. We will be after we do the Bowler's Journal. Everybody will get together and we'll all go to dinner together. Give everybody an opportunity to get to know each other, um, meet everybody, um, try to get some kind of continuity, go over what we're seeing from the Bowler's Journal, which would be for singles and doubles, and try to get and just try to have a little bit of fun. So, with that being said, um, I want to do a little something something that I lined up today, something that I don't do very frequently, but we're going to do it today. Does anybody have any questions before we get started? Because today we're going to talk about bowling balls. Today we're going to go bowling balls. And yes, I'm on a different camera today. I can go to my other camera, but this was just easier. Sorry about the audio issues, and that is my bad. Too Tall, what's up? Too Tall said, I'm looking forward to it. What's good? We got Steve in the building. Steve. I talked to Steve yesterday, guys. It was a good, really good conversation. Me and Steve, I realized about Steve is we are almost the same animal. Although I'm not gonna let them hunt me like Steve will. That's a story for a whole nother day. So with that being said, let's go ahead and let's get into it. If anybody would like, oh, before we do, I just want everybody to know. No, I'm not doing the will today. You remember I said I'm doing the will when I get back because I have to set it up and have to. The will won't be done from this location. I'll have to go downstairs or outside to do the will. I have to set it up and I'll do that when I get back. Red. Remember that's what I said. I'll do the will when I get back. Um, but I am gonna do a giveaway for nationals. That'll be fun. As soon as I get back, the weekend I get back, I'm gonna do the will. Red. Which I'll be back. To, yeah. I'll do that then. What else is I gonna say? Tomorrow for Sunday's episode. Tomorrow we're gonna have a special guest. Tomorrow you guys are gonna get the opportunity to meet A Train. A Train is going to be on the live tomorrow, so you guys will get the chance to meet him. If you have any questions for him or anything like that, he's a real cool cat. Remember, he bowled a little bit at McHenry, so he'll be on the live tomorrow. We're gonna try to get him more incorporated so that you guys can start getting another perspective. I want to start getting him into the circle. He's gonna start bowling PBA regionals towards the middle of the summer, so we want to get him comfortable, right? Hey, you know what? We all shine together. So with that being said, now that we talked about A Train, let's do something that I've been wanting to do. So let me share my screen with you guys so we can get this party started. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here, right here, you can see these are bowling balls so far that we have had the opportunity of seeing. I do believe all of these are from 2026. If something's not from 26 and it's on this list, I do not care. Right? So we're going to rank them anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the balls that I deem to be the best of the best. So cuz we have great, we have good, we got okay, we got maybe, and we got nah. Nope. So, I know I don't do things like this often. I know I don't do tier lists often. Red Coach A is doing pretty daggone good, man. He'll be around. He just Coach A. He's about to start getting back into the bowling aspect of everything. So Coach A's doing good now. I know I don't do tier lists very often, but I'm gonna start incorporating them more because we have to talk more and more and more about bowling in itself, right? So Um, here we go. Let's take a look at it. So what we have right here is we have the Bionic, the Stealth Mode, the newest one. We have the Super Sport. We have the GB5, the Tank, the Piranha, the VIP Covert. We have the Witches coming out. We have the Monsoon. We have the Gremlin X. We have the Ion Max Pearl. We have the I don't even know what is the name of that ball. How can I forget it? You know how I forgot it? Because I didn't throw it. We'll come back to that. We have the Victory Crown. We have the Venom Hysteria. We have the Concept. We have the Widow 3.0. We have whatever that is. Um, and then we have the Vengeance, the Evoke Mayhem, and then we have the Transformers. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through all of these and how I see them. If you'd like to tell me what you think and how you see them, hey, your opinion is just as valuable as mine. The only difference is I had the opportunity to throw them all. Now, did I do videos on all of them? No. Why did I not do videos on all of them? Because I let Adrian do something. Speaking of that, as soon as we get back from Nationals, you guys will be getting more videos. And the Brunswick line that came out, which is the new turbo, that'll be done by Adrian and both of them will be done by Adrian. So, and that'll be the Spawn and also the Turbo XNU. They'll be done by Adrian. Okay, so let's get into this. So, how would you guys like me to start this? Would you guys like me to start with what I think is from the bottom, or do you want me to start from the top and work my way to the bottom? It's up to you guys. Top to bottom or bottom to top? Which way would you like to go? Or would we just like to go from balls right from start left and go all the way right and then work our way to the bottom of the list? What do you guys think? It's up to you. I don't have a problem. Either way go. I think it's pretty cool to be able to do this with you. Um yeah. So what do you guys think? Give me some help, fellas. Give me some help. Don't make me do this all by myself. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So let's go ahead. Take a look at this thing. Bottom to top. Okay, so Red said let's do the list from the bottom to the top. So that means that we're gonna start with balls that I just don't deem are very, very good on this list. So what you guys are gonna be happy to note is I don't think that there's any ball on this list that belongs in the nah permanently. Now, remind you me, this is my list. This is 150% my list. Oh, I'm missing the shadow tank. Okay, so with my list, do I think for the mass audience, I don't remember this is not about you guys, this will be about me. This is how I perceive him. So the very first ball that I would put, there's only one that I would put in the nah. list, and I'm only going to put it in that list because I don't find use for it. No matter what it is, I just can't do it. And that ball would be the Purple Hammer. The Purple Hammer by Hammer. Just being 100% honest with you, I don't find a need for the Purple Hammer. Not because the Purple Hammer isn't good. I just don't find a need for the Purple Hammer because I don't like urethane. I don't like the shape of urethane. Now, I know that a lot of the pros love it because it's a very good control piece. Now, being that it's a great control piece, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Um, it's super duper. It can be super important. Hold on, I'm trying to find the right screen there. We'll use this one. Um, when you put a lot of surface, because the cover is so strong, what it allows it to do is hook up front, which takes away a lot of the right to left. If you're right-handed, or a lot of left to right if you're a lefty. Okay, so that's why they use it. Now, is it very good control? Yes. Now, what's the issue that I have with urethane? It's not the urethane itself; it's the fact that urethanes are all solid. I mean, if it's a 78U by Storm, if it's any of it, the IQ 78 by Storm, if it's the Shadow Tank by Motive, they're all pretty much all one color. And for me, I don't do very good with solid bowling balls. That's why I put it on my NAN list, but I'm not putting it on the list for any other reason other than that. So let's go to the next ball. The next ball that I'm going to deal with, since we're going from the bottom to the top, um, I'm going to put this ball in the maybe category because that's where we're about to go. We're going to travel up to the maybe category, and the maybe for me is the Tour Gremlin X. Now, the reason why I put the maybe to the Tour Gremlin X is almost for the same reason urethane. The only difference is the Tour Gremlin X with a lot of surface is a controllable, very controllable ball. However, it's a solid color, and again, I don't use them very well. However, it is actually very controllable. So have I used it? Yes. Have I scored with it? Yes. But again, it's a little tricky. For me, I don't feel like it has the same shape as the Gremlin, but then again, it's it's a tour ball, so it's meant for control. So we got to have that understanding that when we're looking at stuff, it's all about control. Too tall, in my opinion, on your day is the new 78 Purple Hammer is not as good as the OG. Well, too tall. The reason why it's not as good as the OG is because the OG, when you got a little bit of use of the OG, what would happen is the surface of the ball, the cover would get down to 62. So more of it would touch and it would be a lot more controllable. So that's the difference as to why now the 78 hardness doesn't allow it to work as good as a ball that's with 68 hardness. You see what I'm saying? So when we looking at it in totality, we have to look at the overall of the ball. So the OG, yeah, it's great, but if you check a OG that's 5 years old, it's also hardness of 62 or 60. So, and I bought the OG Purple Hammer from one of my league teammates who moved down to 14 pounds. So I'm going to try it on a sports pattern. You go ahead. I mean, you can try it and you'll see that too tall that you're going to get more control. Absolutely. However, again, I mean, the reason why you get it is because, again, the hardness is 62, 60, 61. I mean, and therefore more of it touches and you'll have a lot more control. Okay, so the next ball for me that is also going on the maybe side is going to be the Stealth. Now, why you ask the Stealth? Now, do I think the Stealth is good? Yeah, it can be a definitely good weapon. It depends on the hands in which it's being used. That's the reality for me. Why do you say that, Coach? I say that because in Tayshawn's hand, this still can be a weapon, but in my hands, I don't see it very well. So now, if you notice, if I don't see something very well, now here's the thing about the Stealth: is it grabby? Sure. Really good cover. The Stealth line is awesome. I like the Stealth line. I just don't see it very well. So for me, that's why it's a maybe. Do I think I can score with it? Sure, but if I was going to go into the combat or go into a tournament where I needed to throw a strike, would I be throwing that ball? The answer, honestly, is no. Now, am I saying it? Is it not good? No, I'm saying the stealth is pretty good. I'm saying the crown victory is pretty good. I'm saying the stealth is pretty good. Um, but for me, it's a maybe. Now, so the next ball on the maybe list, the next ball on the list, I should say. Matter of fact, listen, we're gonna do. It's a little tricky, so we're gonna start from the bottom, work our way up. The reason why is because I don't like jumping around. That's what I feel like I'm doing. So we're gonna start with from the bottom at the transformer, work our way left, and then we're gonna work our way left to right. Nope, never mind. Let's just start with the bionic and work our way all the way down. So next ball up is the bionic. Where am I gonna place the bionic at? We gotta again at the top is great, then good, then okay, then maybe, then nah. I'm gonna go with the bionic as okay. I know that might surprise a ton of you that I'm saying just the bionic is just okay. I know a lot of you are like, what are you thinking? Yeah, yeah, too tall. The stealth mode is in Tayshawn's A class. It's in his grade. Yes, I would agree with you 100%. So the bionic, a lot of you are going to be like, why would coach ever do that? Well, here's the thing. Out of box, the bionic was masterful. I mean, out of box, I threw that ball was masterful out of box. However, what I started to notice is once I got to game like 19, 16, 17, 18, 19, it started to lose a little reaction. Now, I know what a lot of you are like, well, wait a minute. Um, are you resurfacing it? Well, here's the thing. I'm touching it with an Avalon pad. I'm touching it with an Avalon pad and cleaning it. That's my normal routine. Don't think I should have to resurface bowling well after 19 games. So what I did is I actually did resurface it and put it back to how it came, 1,000 with power edge on it, and it still wasn't what it was. So then I took it back down. I took it down to 1,000, and then it started to work again. It just depended on what I was bowling on. On a house shot, it's pretty good. On a sports shot, it's ah. So that's why I put okay. If I was gonna bowl on a house shot, put 1,000 service on it. It'll roll early. It'll get me through the heads, and it stores enough energy to get me through the pins. So, with that being said, the question would be: do I find it better than okay? No, but that's for me. For you guys, it may be a little bit better, but unfortunately, I can only go by what I'm working with. Okay, so the next ball up is the Super Sport by Motive. Now, the Super Sport to me is almost like a slightly bigger version than the Venom Shock, right? So that ball goes up to the good category. Why good? Because the cover core combination of this ball allows this ball to act up. Okay? So the cover core combination of the Super Sport is big time. When I say big time, it is big time. Now, the only problem that I have is I know some of you guys are going to say, well, if the Super Sport's so good, why would you not take it to Open Championships? Because it fits in a category where there's another ball, and that is the Monsoon. The Monsoon bowling ball fits that spot just a little bit better. But, and I say but, if I wasn't taking the Monsoon and the Venom Shock, that ball would be in my bag for nationals. Now, here's the best part: house shot, sports shot, it doesn't matter. That ball, um, the Super Sport is very, 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 very controllable. I just want you guys to know that. So it really is. The Super Sport pretty good. The cover core combination is outstanding. Um, the RG 2.56 with that mass bias of 0.43 is pretty killer. Um, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's got that quad fire core to it, and it's using the leverage MFS. Now that the cover is middle of the road, so that cover core combination is what makes this ball outstanding, all on its own. So, do I think you can miss with this? No, I think this is a little stronger phase two with, I think it's a little better than the phase two. However, I think it's it blends just a little better. That's why I think EJ finds so much success with it. And yes, he uses it a lot. So with that being said, though, I think that it's pretty outstanding. Um, do I think you can miss with it? The answer to that is pretty much no. Do I recommend you get one? Well, I wouldn't recommend anything to anyone. I think that if you have a spot in your bag and you're looking for a very good control piece, and you have the Venom Shock or something like that, this is your next step up. And I think yes, absolutely, positively, yes, it can be beneficial. ZBO also said the Bionic tames down after 20 games or so, like a phase two. I think that it actually tapers down sooner than the phase two. Now, we all know that I'm not a fan of the phase two. However, I think the Bionic is still better than the phase two. I wouldn't, I don't, if you came to me and said, Coach, I need a benchmark, I'm gonna tell you Venom Shocks first. I'm gonna tell you the Monsoon. I'm gonna tell you the Super Sport. Phase two wouldn't be on my list to tell, but I'm not knocking people who use it. I know people that swear by it, but for me, it just doesn't work very well. Okay. Next up is going to be the GB5. Now that GB5 is Adrian. Yeah, Adrian has the GB5. It's a hybrid. Um, I like the Ebonite line, and if Adrian wasn't going to throw this, then I probably would have. Just in all fairness, Adrian. Yeah, so this has that Ebonite 12.7 hybrid um cover to it, and it's using that enhanced V cover, the enhanced V2 core. That's the core that is in all of the GBs, and they're actually pretty good. Um, it's solid. It's to the point. More off, but here's the great part about the GB series: you get all the bang for your buck. Because here, that's another benchmark type that I would tell you that you can use. And the greatest part about the Ebonite series is that they're cheap. You know what I'm saying? So if you can get your bang for your buck and they're cheap, I'm all for it. You know what I mean? Listen, I don't know who told you guys that you need to make a bag that's $300 every ball. When the reality is you actually really don't have to. The reality is if it works for you and it matches up to you in the lanes, then it's good. That GB5, big time, great ball. Just so you know, that I think. So where do I stack that ball? I stack that ball up here in the good. I do. Now, the only reason why I put it in the good is because I put the super in the good too. For a bowling ball to be in the great, it really has to make a major, major, major impact for me. And that's a reality. Now, am I going to make excuses for that? The answer is no. Nope, nope, nope. Let's go to some comments before we move on. As a professional candle pin bowler, we are limited to one manufacturer of bowling balls that come to set of four. Weights only range from 2 to 2. Okay, I can see that. That's actually pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. Wow. I've never done it before, so don't get me lying. Would Mayhem be good bowling ball to replace the phase two? What you mean, the Evoke Mayhem? Is that what you're referring to, Red? The Evoke Mayhem? And Red, while you're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and continue with the tier list. Okay, next up is the Piranha. Now that Piranha is a ball that I had the opportunity to throw, but Adrian, I let him do the ball review for it. The Columbia 300 Piranha. Now remember, Columbia is I do believe I want to say no more. It is a symmetrical solid. It's got the Piranha core, the Piranha 300 core in it. It's got the Hyperflex cover. The numbers for that thing at 15 was 2.55.043. Came with 1500 cover stock. That ball is a solid. However, it's like the middle of the road solid. I wouldn't put that. I would put that cover closer to a benchmark cover. Um, Now when you hit it for surface, it is clean, but it can get after it. I mean, I've seen. I mean, if I was going to choose a ball in that position, I would choose something a little stronger, Equinox solid, something like that. Now, because I believe that the Piranha is a step down from like something like the Equinox solid or something like that. Now, I would put it in maybe the same spot as the Max Trill solid, the Superman one. I would put it more in that category, not super flexy strong, but starts you in the mid lane. I wouldn't say that the Piranha 300 is gonna dig in like an Ion or even a Rafter Rain or anything like that. I would go Rafter Rain comparison because it is a solid, it's symmetrical, but um, it's not gonna dig in like a Vengeance. You see what I'm saying? So it's steps below. I would put it. However, when we're ranking it though, I would still put it in the okay category. I would put it in okay category. Okay. So let me check and see if there's any comments. Okay. So Red, we're gonna get to that momentarily. Okay. Next ball up is the Covert Venom by EJ. The EJ Covert Venom by Motive. Now you guys got to remember, I love me some Motive. I do. I your boy love some Motive bowling balls. Um, the Covert VIP. So as we know, it's a reactive. It's really early. It's got the propulsion cover to it, the HVH 2.47, 0.056 differential. So low RG, high diff. It's a reactive. It's using the Vanquish core. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with it. Um, Motive makes bangers. Let's keep this a buck. Motive makes bangers. Now, when I say that, let me be 100% honest. Um, I am not a fan of black bowling balls. I am just not. Yeah, I because I don't see them very well. I don't pick them up very well. So for me, I don't know. Some bowlers are like me and others aren't. Where I need to see when the court kicks and the ball stands up. And unfortunately, with a lot of bowling balls, I can't see that. And because I can't see it, well, I prefer to shy away from them. You know what I'm saying? Now I did a bowling ball review with this ball, and boy, oh boy, I felt like it was catastrophic. But I have rolled it since, and I think I shot 268 with it. Now, the reality is do I think that I could do it again? Probably not, because it was a lot of luck for me. Because I was well, it's not luck. I was throwing at a target and I was hitting that said target. So, with that being said, though, do I think the ball is good? Yeah. Do I think I just can't pick it up? Absolutely. Absolutely. So, if I was going to say, if you like black bowling balls and you need a strong, solid, I'm going to say this was for you. If it's for me, I'm going to say it's okay. Now, I'm not saying again, I'm not saying it's not okay because of the reaction that it gives me. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's okay because I don't pick it up and can't see it stand up. Now, here's a question that I got before we move on. If 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 the bowling ball companies would say, "Hey, you know what? If you want to pay for a different cover on a bowling ball, than the black one we put on it," I would do that, because I know that if that bowling ball had any other color or multicolors, I would love that bowling ball and I'd probably throw it to the end of the thing. Matter of fact, on Monday, I'm gonna reach out to my guy at Moto and I'm gonna see if they can't make me one of those with a different cover. I mean, I'll pay for it. I pay double for it. However, I would leak one of those with a different cover, or just give it to me gray with some polka dots or something. I don't care. But yes, that's what I'm trying to see. We'll go to comments really quick before we go on to the next one. Okay, so ZBL is wrong. It's all about the layout. That ball is probably the number one ball in my area. The Piranha has been a beast for me. Um, I didn't say the Piranha is bad. I didn't say it was bad. I think the Piranha is actually fairly good. A Train lights it up with the Piranha. And here's the thing, right? You see how we got this list? We can ask A Train about the list tomorrow and see what his thoughts are. I'm more for it. Listen, understand me, guys. I'm not in the business of making things look good or bad. I'm in the business of being fair. You know what I'm saying? I say it all the time. The Piranha is a weapon in somebody else's hand. It may not be a weapon in mine. You get what I'm saying? For a simple fact is the Piranha is all orange. It's a solid color. I don't pick it up so well, but I know this. A Train gets busy with it. Now, is it the first ball that he got out of his bag? Like, no, he'll pull out the outer limits or the evil eye or something like that first. And then when the lanes dictate to it, then he'll jump down to that ball and he'll go to work. Now, listen to me. This is what I'm gonna say. ZBL is a cool cat and everything, but what he says is not the be all end all. And I'm not knocking him. I mean, he has his opinion. So I'm not going to be like, well, his opinion is stupid. No, I can't do that. His opinion is his opinion, just like I have mine. I throw them. I tell you what I'm seeing. I tell you what I'm feeling, and then there you go. All right. Let's see. Wait a minute. I'm waiting on my Venom Hysteria. Okay, Steve. Fun fact about bowling: the game is older than 10 pins, but no perfect game has ever been rolled. And our top bowler will hit 45-mile-an-hour speed. Okay. Um, you know, 10 pin bowling goes back to the Egyptian days, right? I just I'm just asking for a friend. I mean, E, do you realize that bowling goes all the way back to the Egyptian days? I'm just asking for a friend. Just general knowledge. If you just see if you knew. Sorry, Tutal. I had to read your post. Is it because it's smoother, continuous as it plays more? Okay, good. The Piranha has been overlooked big time. Steve, I don't think. Okay, so let's clarify this, Steve. I don't think the Piranha has ever been overlooked. I think the Piranha it has a spot. You know what I'm saying? I think the Piranha has a spot. Like for example, if you're gonna play on a house shot, you could probably get away with surface on it. You could probably start with the Piranha. Okay. However, if I'm gonna bowl on shark or cheetah or what if cheetah or any of those sporties, I'm not going to start with Piranha. Sorry, I'm just not gonna do it. I'm gonna start with something that's a little stronger, with a little more bite, with a little more surface. Now, can I get back down? Can I get to it at some point? Absolutely. Put 1,000 surface on the Piranha and use it game three on a sports shot. I mean, hell, you probably use it game three at Nationals. You know what I mean? That's like Tom Brady throwing a grunt, get a teddy, baby. However, I think that it has a spot and a place. I don't think that you can just jump off the page with the Piranha. Now, you don't have to agree with me, and that's okay. The reason why it's okay is because, again, this is my opinion. All good, Steve. To hear what you think of the Venom Hysteria. Um, see, yes, the Piranha is a game three ball. 100%. Yeah, so that's the thing though. But people who do these reviews and lists, they don't give that great A information sometimes, and they just say good, bad, or indifferent. Unfortunately, that's not that's what they do. That's not what I do though. I keep it a buck. I'll tell you if a ball is good, this game, that game, or whatever. If it's bad, if to me, if it's bad, it's bad. If it's not as good, yes, bowling does go back that far. However, the rules were standardized in 1880 for candle pin bowling. About 15 years later for 10 pin. Okay, Okay, I'm gonna have to look into it because again, I don't know much about it, and because I don't know much about it, I don't want to speak in ignorance. But I'm just saying, bowling's been around for quite a while. Um, bowling has been around for quite a while though, and that's the amazing part of it though. All right, so let's move on to the next ball. The next ball is the monsoon. Okay, the next ball is the monsoon. Okay, I shouldn't sing. The Storm Monsoon. It's a big time bowling ball, guys. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. This is a symmetrical ball by Storm. It's got the Adamus AI core in it. And normally I don't like AI cores. It has the reactor cover to it. Um, the numbers are what they are 2.53. It's 2.55 for 14 pound, and then it's like 042, 043 for 14, 15 pounds. Now, here's the crazy part that I want you guys to know that I'm about to say this. The monsoon comes so dull. I mean, the ball comes, it looked like it was dropped in ash. It looks like it's ashy. The ball's so dull, it looked like it need lotion when you get it out of the box. So for me, when I rolled it, I was like, good lord, nope. So then I put polish on it. You guys remember that ball review? I put polish on the monsoon, and I was like, man, this thing is butter. That thing is just wow. I mean, that thing is like wow, wow, wow. You know what I'm saying? I was like, geez, oh whiz, this thing is fire. So then I use it on a sporty, and I was like, okay, this monsoon is like hot garbage on a stinking hot summer Sunday. Stinking. You know what I'm saying? Stinking. Because when you talk about the garbage dump on a hot day, can you imagine that? No, and that's how I felt like the monsoon was. So then I had an epiphany. Well, we put all this polish on it. How about we take it off? So we knocked the polish off. Oh my goodness, that ball is so good. That's why I made the bag. It's so good. I mean, that ball, if you put a lot of surface on it, it reads early. And because it reads so early, it doesn't have a lot of right to left to it. So it's a super duper control piece. So then I was like, okay, so let's do this. If it's this good on the sport, and I use it on 3 different sports, and I'm like, man, oh man, oh man, oh man. So I'm like, okay, so let's go to the house shop with this. Let's go to the house. Let's take it to the house. Take it to the house. So I was like, okay, so I know I can't play right with it. So I'm just gonna try to play like 15, 15 to 7-8, right? So I threw a shot and I'm like, man, that's good. And I had 1,000 on it. I'm like, man, okay. So I got deeper, and the deeper I got, the better it looked. And I'm like, man, this thing is great. So you know what I did? I went over to the fresh lane, the one that I haven't touched yet, the house shot, and I put 500 on it. Yes, I did. I did. I this guy right here. I put 500 on it. I moved back 5. So then I was playing 15 to 5. Oh my goodness. I'm talking this ball is insane work, because now I know what y'all thinking, like, why in God's name would you put 5 on it? 500 on it. Well, here's the thing. You guys got to remember something. The earlier a ball hooks, the earlier a ball reads, I should say, not hook, the earlier it reads, the more control you have. So the earlier that ball reads, right? So then it becomes about it's so then that means it's less that it's going to jump off the wet to the dry, and instead it's going to blend it very, very well. So the reality is you just got to keep it in oil, and it'll get you around the corner and do everything that it's meant to do. Oh my God, that ball is good no matter what you do with it. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. That ball is fire. Fire, fire, fire. Monsoon gets a padow. That's right. Coming from Coach C. You see that? I didn't. Now, I didn't say it was good. I said it was great. You hear me? I didn't say the monsoon is good. I said the monsoon is great. So, in case y'all didn't hear me, I said great. One more time, I said great. I'm talking great like Tupac and Biggie. Great. Great. Now, if you want a benchmark ball and you looking for a benchmark ball, and you somebody tell you your face to tell them, just slap them, baby powder it up, whack them, and then be like, nah, I'm gonna get a monsoon. And the craziest part is monsoon, $130 some dollars. Are you kidding me right now? You better get 6 of these things. I'm for real. The Monsoon is $139. I'm telling you, you could get the best ball of 2026 so far. Okay, maybe I'm stretching that a little bit. I might be stretching that a little bit. I'm telling you, you can get one of the top three balls in 2026 for $139. Now, I don't know if Storm made a mistake. I don't know if Storm, I don't know if they was having a Christmas party drinking and they like, look, let's just put this at 139. I don't know if Storm didn't know what Storm had. I don't know what they was thinking. I don't know. You know what? Whoever was doing it, whoever put this ball for that price, everybody should send him a thank you letter. That's what you should do. Send him a thank you letter. Be like, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm telling you right now, that ball is a you can't go wrong with. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you like this. If you don't like this ball, I then you don't like bowling. It, no, no. That would be like you saying Eva Mendes and Hitch was ugly. If you say that, you don't even like women. I'm just telling you, if you don't like this ball right here, you don't like bowling because I'm telling you, this ball is versatile. You can shine it up, you can dull it up. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you do. This ball is fire. Fire, 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 pants on fire, fire. Look, I'm telling you, you ain't gotta listen to me. I'm just saying it for a friend. If I would ever tell you to go buy a ball other than the Max Stro Pearl, this would be it. That ball. Period, point blank. Can't lose. Nope. And for $139, no, you can't lose. Sorry. Coach, I've been messing around with a lot of surface and control pieces too. How do you think the Monsoon compares to the concept? Well, I'm gonna tell you this, too tall. It's two different kind of balls. The concept has a stronger cover for sure, for sure. It's two different kind of balls, buddy. And they're like apple. That's like saying comparing apples and grapes. You know what I mean? It just doesn't work. I'm gonna tell you, if you had to buy a ball, I would tell you absolutely positively Monsoon over the concept any day of the week. Facts. I know the pros are using it, but them are a little different than you. You know what I'm saying? I bowled on PBA Shark. Remember look, let's have this conversation before we finish this list. Remember the other day when I said I was gonna bowl on PBA Shark? We all remember this? And I said I was gonna bowl up the outside of PBA Shark. I did it and I did it successfully. Now I did have a one game that was mediocre, but it was less about the game. It was more about me testing stuff for nationals. I just wanted to see how it was going to react down lane for me, or if it was going to read really early because of what that service I had on it. But I'm telling you, I I rolled the ball straight through. Now, did I get left and play their shot too? Yes, just to see if I could. But yeah, I can play anything any way I want to. Because again, I don't know why they chose to play it that way. However, you could play it outside in too. It can work. But I would not. They're apples and oranges. Don't conflate the two things like the concept and the monsoon. They're two different kind of balls. And I would, if I was going to buy a concept, I wouldn't. I would buy an Ion Max. You put low service on it, you get the same result. I feel anyway. Sorry, prepping a brisket for tomorrow. That's cool, Steve. We eating at Steve's house. Coach, I'm headed to Columbus Friday or Saturday to get my thumb issue looked at. Thanks. Hey, did you talk to Mr. Carter? I'm glad that you going, dog. I'm glad I can help. That's what we're here for, man. I mean, if I got people you can see or if you can make it my way, I'll be more than happy to help any of you guys out, man. That's what we do. We try to do what we can to do everything to help everybody. All right, so let's move on. Next ball, Ion Max Pearl. Does anybody know where this ball is going to go? Does any of you guys think that you understand where the Ion Max Pearl is going to go on my list? Does anybody have the moxie to say where you think this ball's going to go? Does anybody have the testicular fortitude? Sorry, I got distracted. The testicular fortitude to guess where this ball's going to go on my list. The Ion Max Pearl. I said, okay, yeah, oh yeah, I believe it. I believed it. If if you ain't coming to us, he's the next best thing, and he's closer. You know what I mean? If you're not coming down here, Tom Carter in Ohio. So for all you guys in Ohio, Tom Carter is in. I don't even remember. Let me see. Tom Carter's in Ohio. So if hold on, there it is. If you are looking for a bowling ball, if you're looking for somebody to help you out, Wayne Webb's Columbus, Ohio bowling alley, Columbus, Ohio, Wayne Webb's bowling alley. That's where Tom Carter is. He's probably one of the top 5 drillers I've ever seen, and he's there, and he can get anybody right. Yeah, Wayne Webb's bowling alley. Okay, so Ion Max Pearl. This ball is a beast mode. Now, I want you to understand this Ion Max Pearl is not the Ion Max. Okay? Now, that's the first thing that we're going to say is that the Ion Max Pearl is not the Ion Max. It's not. Now, it has the NRG pearlized cover, right? And it's got the Element Max AI core. Okay? So, let's just start with that. Now, am I saying that it's the Ion Max cover is just insane? I mean, I don't think that I've thrown a ball with the NRG solid cover is insane work. Now, it's asymmetrical, 2.47, 0.55 differential. Okay, so yeah, all of that is the same. I'll give you that. However, it doesn't. It's really really good. The Ion Max Pearl is really really good. Um, the thing that I'm finding about it is that I can't use it right after the. So you if you use the Ion Max Pearl, right? At the Ion Max Solid, if you wanted to jump straight into the Ion Max Pearl, you couldn't do it. There's a gap there. You know what I'm saying? And I know that they made the Bionic in hopes that the Bionic could fit in the middle. What's going on, PC? In the middle of that, where it would go Ion Max Solid, then Bionic, then Ion Max Pearl. Unfortunately, they need something in between it. Like they need to put a ball, a hybrid, or something in between the Ion Max and the Ion Max Pearl. They just do. Now, however, when it's time for the Ion Max, or if you're bowling league and you got a rev rate and you want to get busy, oh, that ball gonna work. That ball gonna work. That ball beast mode. If you catch it at the right time, oh, it's a monster. It's a monster, like hunting you underneath your bed, come up when you sleep. Like, "Roar." It's a monster. It is. You know, it pained me, broke my heart to not be taking it to Open Championships. It did. It broke my heart. Be still my heart. However, I didn't have a place for it. I'm just kidding. It's still in the bag. I'm just going to use it after the monsoon. So I was just kidding. Now, where does this ball go? I'm going to put this in the great category. I'm going to put it in a great category for only one reason. If it's the time to use it, you can't lose. If I'm on the burn and have to throw one shot to win the championship, that's the ball that's in my hands. If that doesn't tell you enough, nothing ever will. That's the ball on the burn that I'm going to get left with, and I'm going to throw it with the utmost confidence because I know what's going to happen. What surface am I going to have it at? The surface I got it right now, which is 1,000. And that's a conversation for another day before we leave. Another day before I bowl Open Championships. I everything I got in my bag is at 1,000 surface. except the two ions. The ions aren't at 1,000, but everything else is, except for one other ball. So I got the two ions are one is at no, both of my ions are at 500, or I got one at 320 and then one at 500 for an open championships. And then I got the Supra clutch, and that's at uh 25. It's 2,000 or 3,000, one of them, and then everything else is at 1,000. So I'm trying to make everything read early. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as it starts getting deep into the mid lane, when it's reading later, then I'm coming up out of it. I don't even care if I'm throwing strikes with it and it started reading too late. I'm out of it. I'm looking in open championships for total control. If I bowl great, great. If I bowl bad, great. But I'm going out the way I need to on my shield. I need everything to look the way I want it. I need it to read early. I need it to read on time. I need to read right now. You know what I'm saying? I need to be in control of what I'm looking at. If I can do that, I'll be happy with the results. Next ball up is the. That's another stormer right there, huh? Yep, it is. That is the Rocket AI, the Storm Rocket AI. Now, here's the thing, guys. This ball was before my time. However, I'm going to grade this ball according to the Doug scale. Doug said that this is probably one of the best balls he's ever thrown. That's right. Doug said it, not this guy. Now, if it's Doug grading it, it's going to go into great. If it's going to be me grading it, I'm going to grade it a little different. I'm going to grade it as an okay. Why, you ask? Because for me, it doesn't show me anything, any characteristics in which I need. Now, it is a symmetrical pearl. It's got the booster core, and it's got the A1S pearlized cover, 255.050 differential or 0.048 differential. So to me, it's middle of the road. To me, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know a lot of you gonna be like, man, that's pretty brutal. But to me, it's a man. Actually, and to me, it's a maybe. It's a maybe kind of ball for me. Maybe 50-50. Eh. If I need it, if I could live with it or without it, it doesn't really matter to me. Um, I like how it's a little tame off the back end of the pattern, even though it comes with power edge was like 1,000, 1,500. Um, it is continuous, which is good, and it's super clean. So if I was on a burn and I was struggle, then yeah, it could probably be something I could utilize. But again, the color variance is not very good for me. It's not very user friendly as far as color goes. Next up, we got the Victory Crown or the Crown Victory. It's the pearlized ball from Brunswick. Now, listen, I know Tayshawn likes this ball. You know what I'm saying? He do. Tayshawn likes it. Me personally, you know, Now, what one thing that it does do is it has um the one benefit that it has is, to me, it looks kind of like the IQ Ruby. And the IQ Ruby is a ball that I've grown to love, even though I don't see it very well. Now, what are they using? The Savory Hook pearlized cover. They're using the Brunswick tiered um core to it, 254054. Now it's got more differential than the IQ Ruby, but to me they look a little similar, but I don't think they react a little similar. I think that um with the little surface you can slow it down a little bit, but without it it's a little bit continuous. So in my scale of maybe good, okay, great, I'm going to stack it. And I know I might get a little slack for this, but I'm going to stack this in the NAN category for me. And the reason why I'm going to put it in the NAN category is because I have bowling balls that work for me in that spot. In that spot. Uh So it's nothing against it. This is my list. It's not saying that it's bad. Now, in Tayshawn's hand, that ball is a weapon. So if it makes you feel any better, Tayshawn loves it. It's a weapon for him. So I mean, we gotta look at it for what it is. Next up on the list is the Motive Evoke Hysteria. Motive Evoke Hysteria. Now, this ball, ladies and gentlemen, is another Motive bowling ball. Question we got to ask is, what does coach think about this one? Now, I always say Motive cannot miss. So, is the Motive Hysteria a make or miss? Now, the Motive Hysteria is a cross between the Venom Shock and the um, Evoke Hysteria. Evoke Hysteria, people team that is one of the best balls there is out there. It's symmetrical, so it's rounder. It uses gear core. Again, it's a pearl, and it's using that propulsion XV pearlized cover. And here's the great part: the numbers is like 2.48, 0.0543. So the numbers on it is very good, even though it's a pearl, right? So the Evoke Hysteria, what's good and what's bad? What's good about the ball is it's slow, it's rounder, and it's chuggy. And if you put a little bit of surface on it, it becomes very, very controllable. So the question then becomes, how does it fit? Well, for me, it's a perfect fit right under the Venom Shock. It's a fact. Fact on fact. Right under the Venom Shock, you have it. Now, so you got the Evoke Hysteria, then the Venom Shock, and then the Venom Hysteria. Um, Here's the crazy part, right? I didn't like the Venom Shock at first. And I didn't like the Evoke Hysteria, and I have it, and I keep tinkering with it. And I still not a fan of the Evoke Hysteria, but I'm a big fan of the Venom Hysteria. Um, why, you ask? Here's why. Because the Venom Hysteria is very, very controllable. If you notice a theme with me today, it's all about what? Control. The more control you get, the better. You put a little bit of surface on this bad boy, it starts reading about 34, 35 feet. And with the surface on it, it blends the lane. It comes off the spot. It's not very jerky. And it stores a truckload of energy. And it rolls almost like an ASIM to me in a way where it like hooks and sets. So very, very controllable, very good. Very, very good. I'm not going to put it in the great category, but I'm going to put it in the good category. Now, I'm going to put it in the good category with reservations to be able to, with the rights to reserve the right to put it in the great category. I need to see how that ball is going to be in another 20 games. If it's performing like it does now in 20 games, because again, guys, I told you, I'm going to start doing ball reviews to where we're looking at balls after we get 25 to 30 games on them. So for right now, it reserves the right to be pushed up to great, but right now it's teetering between good and great. Again, that ball is phenomenal. Now, I know what you're saying. Okay, so if the ball is so good, why are you not taking it to Open Championships? Because the Venom Shock is in my bag. And after the Venom Shock, I'm looking for Master Control, which is going to be the Tropical Surge. That ball will allow me to be more right and get through the ball the way I want to shape the body of the lane the way I want it to. That's why everything that I picked for specific reasons, not because one was better than the other. It's just different level of control. So next up on the list is the Concept. Here we go. Now, somebody asked the question earlier. I forget who it was. Maybe it was Red, or maybe it was Too Tall. They said Concept or Monsoon. They're way two different balls. The Concept is, it's weird. The Concept is got a similar, it's similar in a way to the Evoke Mayhem. And I don't mean the bowling balls are similar. No, that's not what I mean. I mean, how can I put it so that it makes sense? The bowling balls themselves, like the Evoke Mayhem, I do believe has Duramax on the cover. So because it has a Duramax on the cover lasts longer, right? And because the cover lasts longer, you get more use out of it. Does that make sense to anybody? So with the concept bowling ball is built to absorb more oil. So when you first get the concept, you don't have to wipe it off as much. Now, what I noticed is the more I used it, the more I'd have to start to wipe it off, which means the more it's going to actually gloss over. Now, is the concept good? Yes, it is. Is the concept something that I would use? The answer is no. Why? Because number one, it's a solid color. Number two, it does its job, yes, but I prefer solids over urethane esque. Now, I know that it is a solid, but however, it's a solid color. So I don't pick it up very well. So that's one reason. The second reason is because after like 20 games, I started having to wipe it off, which means it's a solid. Number two, and this is a big reason, the Ion Max digs into the lane sooner for me. The sooner it digs in, the better. The sooner it digs in, the more control I have. That's why I prefer the Ion Maxes, the Jackal Onyxes, the Raptor Reigns of this world. On the symmetrical side, or the Vengeance on the symmetrical side, I prefer them for that reason. Now, at Open Championships, did I take a big symmetrical? No, I did not. I took two Ion Maxes. Um, and then the next one is the Monsoon, but that's not considered the big engine. But it is a very good control piece, and that's what I'm going to be trying to do: control the lanes. Now, if in an ideal perfect world, I should be able to stay in the Ion Max, my 3.5 inch pin, the one that gets forward. I should be able to stay in that ball in an ideal world for all three of the team, and then at least for 3 or 4 games in singles and doubles. If I'm staying in that ball, and that's the second ball. So the first one's the big one, and then if I can stay in that ball until end of game 3, then I've scored heavy. And if I can stay in that ball until the end of game 3, game 4-ish on singles and doubles, you'll know I scored heavy. I mean, it's really that simple. So when it comes to the concept, we're gonna put the concept in an okay. We're not just gonna blast it off because the ball has purpose. And if I needed to use it, I can use it because I've done it. I've used it on sport and I've able to score. So with that being said, we're giving it its opportunity. And would I recommend it to you? Sure, why not? I think that it's okay. I really do. Would again, how do you? Does it? Can anybody tell me? And this is, you can put in the comments or whatever. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. Can anybody tell how coach like? How can you tell if I like a bowling ball or not? Does anybody know how you can tell if I like a bowling ball? I'm gonna tell you if I have more than one. If I have more than one bowling ball, then I like it. I got 4 Ion Maxes. I got 3 Ion Maxes pearls. I got 5 Max Tro pearls. You see where I'm going with this? If I got multiple of something, then I like it because that means I want a different layout on it because I want to continue to use it. And layouts change the game for me because if the layout is different, then I can be in a ball a little longer. So if I got a 4.5 inch pin, then I put a 5 inch pin, and then I can put a pin down like I have on my Max Tro pearls and all in my Ion Maxes. So that's a great way for you to know. All right, next ball up is the Widow 3.0. Now, I know you guys do not hear me talking about the Widow 3.0 very often, but this is a treat because I'm talking about it today. If you want a ball that gets the back end, this is it. You can put 1,000 servers on this ball for somehow, some way it's clean enough to get through the front very good. It still gets through the mid lane really good, and it jumps off the spot. The Widow 3.0, I hate to admit this. The Widow 3.0 Dynasty. I hate to admit this, dude, because it pains me to do so. But that ball, I have to just say it. It's fire. Now, I don't use it a whole lot because I haven't found when I need to use it. But for 169, you gotta love it. I mean, seriously, you got to. I mean, at 14 pounds, it's 2.50 RG, 0.056 differential. The mass is 0.01015. So check this out, right? So so this ball the Widow 3.0, I'm pretty sure that they had them both in mind together, but this one is actually doing what it was meant to do. I mean, the gas mask core wrapped around HK22 cohesion worked pretty well. I mean, it comes at 2000. Again, at 2000, it gets through the fronts relatively clean. It gets through the mid lane wash, reads the body of the lane, and it jumps off the spot. It's continuous. I mean, and at 1,000 surface on it, it's still going to do the same thing. I just don't know why I don't use it more often. I mean, I might play deeper with it on the house shot next year, but we'll see, or try it out this summer. But I don't think you can lose with this baller for 169. I'm telling you, you can't. And I'm putting that up in a great category. And here's the funny part: you don't get to see it enough. Enough people don't talk about this ball. Enough people don't give it no love, no grace. But here's the reality: it's still that dang on good. I mean, holy smokes, Batman, to the Batcave. That ball is good. Now, again, I know it don't get a whole lot of street cred because people ain't jumping off the spot talking about it. But listen, don't get it twisted. Sometimes a ball is really, really good and you don't hear nothing about it because it came out when something else did, so it was overshadowed. And I feel like that this is what's done with the Widow 3.0 Dynasty. I think the ball is really good. And you know how I know? Because there's two of them sitting right over there. I just don't use them that much because I have other favorites. But I liked it enough to buy a secondary one because I know that it's going to be good to execute with. That I do know. Okay, so the next, and where are we putting that ball at? We put that ball in the great category. Next up is hammer, um, the hammerhead pearl. Try to say that fast 3 times. Hammerhead pearl. Anyway, we're not going to try that here. Okay, so the hammerhead pearl is using the aggressive pearl cover stock aggression. It's symmetrical too. I don't even remember what cover was on this ball. I think it's like 2.50 or something like that. RG.048 differential. Now, I know I'm going off top of my head on a lot of these, so if I get them wrong, I do apologize. Now, check this out. I don't know if y'all know, but this ball is a benchmark shape. I don't know if y'all know that. It is. It's a very, very, very benchmarky shape. And believe it or not, Hammer got it right. But again, this is another one of those balls that came out under the radar. It came out under the radar and nobody's talking about it. Nobody talked about it. And here's the funny part: it's $149. So it's a little bit on the cheaper side for another benchmark, but it's a fact. Now, here's the deal. When you look at Hammer, though, how many Hammer benchmark balls do you think you have? You know what I mean? So maybe that's why it's overlooked. However, I think that this it has a benchmark shape. And do I think it's the benchmark? No, I think the hammerhead itself, the solid that's $139. That's right. I plugged it. The hammer itself is $139. This is the step down to it with the same shape, but it's just pearlized. You know what I'm saying? So you got the hammerhead itself for 139 and then the pearl for 149, and they're both benchmark shapes. So you can make a cheap bag out of that. I have two, by the way. Destinies. One's box finish and the other one is 5K and polished. You're right, coach. Great ball. But I just don't throw it enough. Me either. That's what I'm saying. It's pretty daggone on good. Steve, I don't throw mine enough either. And I can't even gonna lie to you and tell you I know why. Now, where I'm gonna put this ball is gonna surprise a lot of you, but right there, bang, in the good category. It is. It's really, really good control piece. Now, mind you, me, when I use a ball, I put surface on everything. So at 1,000 surface, it's a little cleaner than the hammerhead itself, which is the solid. You know what I'm saying? It's cleaner than the solid, right? But the same shape. So When you step from one to the other, there you go. Now, here's what's funny, right? And I'm gonna say this, and this is where you got to understand where I'm coming from. The Ion Max Solid and the Ion Max Pearl is a huge gap in between them. However, with the cover core combination between the Hammerhead and the Hammerhead Pearl, that major gap isn't there. It's a very small gap. You know what I'm saying? So if you wanted to get a 1-2 punch, you're better. It's a closer punch to get the Hammerhead Solid and Hammerhead Pearl than it is to get the Ion Max and the Ion Max Pearl. That's food for thought. You know what I'm saying? That's food for thought. Okay, so that brings us to the next one. Oh, we only down to the last three. So we have the vengeance. Let vengeance be mine, said somebody. We know who it is, but I don't want to say it on YouTube. However, the vengeance is a storm bowling ball. Let vengeance be mine, ladies and gentlemen. No, vengeance ain't storm. Vengeance is 900 global. It's got to be 900 global. Yep, vengeance 900 global. You know how I know? Because I don't. This is the first bowling ball from 900 global I've liked, and that should tell you something. Because I don't like 900 global at all. But vengeance, let vengeance be mine, ladies and gentlemen. This is a. I'm not gonna say big engine. Yeah, I am. This is a big engine symmetrical. By 900 global, they got it right. It's a Blast AI core. I remember that. It's I don't remember what the cover is for this. It's like something 91 or I don't know. It is. It's like RB 91 or something. Or yeah, it's reactive like RB 91 or something like that. I don't know. But what I can tell you about this bad boy is I wanted to put in my bag for nationals. I just couldn't make it work. But this ball is amazing. I would tell you to get this over the P2 any day. And here's what's crazy. This ball and a monsoon are probably a really, really great 1-2 punch. Now, the vengeance is again the numbers on it, if I remember correctly, like 2.47 or 2.48.055. So it's low differential. Um it's low RG, high differential. There is no mass bias. It comes like 2,000 out of box. I know it's gray, but it has a white or grayish, dark gray, light gray swirl thing, so I can pick it up a little bit. Um, let vengeance be mine, dude. This vengeance is wicked business. I don't think you can go wrong with the vengeance, and that's why I'm putting in the great category. Again, it's all about control, and if you're looking for control, look no further because this ball is a bad piece. What's up, Billy M? How you doing, brother? That ball's a bad piece. So we're trying to get through this. Evoke Mayhem. Now, here's the funny part. You see how I got these balls listed? These are in a list in which I would put them too. So in the maybe list, I would put the the Gremlin Tour X as the number one choice. As you can see, the Bionic I would put here as the number one choice, even in front of the Piranha. No, I would put Piranha in front of it. Yeah, I would do this. That's how I would rank them. And then here, I would rank them this way too. And must have. I would rank the balls up top in this order also. So it's crazy how we made them go in this order. Next up is going to be the Evoke Mayhem by Motive. Now, the Evoke Mayhem by Motive is a asymmetrical solid. I spoke about it a little earlier. It has that, I do believe it has that Duramax additive that allows the cover to last longer, which is good for me. Yeah, it has that Duramax additive. I know I'm right. The new technology to allow the ball to last longer, the cover without getting lane shine. I wanted to take it to nationals for that reason, but I ended up not. And I this is the one ball that I think I could regret. Just keeping it honest with you guys, I think this is the one ball that I may regret not taking. But reality is, because this is the one ball I feel like I could have put right under the Ion Max before the monsoon. and I just didn't pull the trigger on it. So it's using the propulsion MXV cover, the Overlord core. If I'm remembering correctly, the numbers is like 248. It's and then the difference is like point oh 0.05 and mass is like 0.015. Um, this is that one ball that I think I'm gonna regret. And here's the beautiful part: you can use this on a house shot and be left, be straighter, or you can throw it on a sports shot and you can play straighter with it. You can open up your angles with it. The surface lasts longer, um, so it doesn't get as clammy as usual, and that's really good, especially if you're trying to get length out of your balls. Like if you're trying to get longer into the game with it. So yeah, I mean, and on a house shot, it's crucial too because again, as the lanes change, this ball changes slower, so it allows you to keep on playing the line in which you're looking to play. I'm telling you right now, if my bags weren't gone already, this would be I would probably slide it in right now and probably pull something out because I feel like this is the one ball that you need. You know how you have that one window. This is one of the best balls that I've thrown this year. Um, and I would put it like that. That's real talk. That ball I would put right there. I would put that as the number one ball that I've thrown. I don't remember. Is this December or is this year? I don't know. Either way, if it's December, it's still 26 to me. I have a Venom shop on the way coming in the Jackal. I'm excited to get those drilled. I bet you are, my good brother. I'm excited for you to have one. You're going to love that Venom shop. So the Evoke Mayhem, I'm just simply saying, is another can't miss. The Duramax additive makes the cover last longer. Under the distress of the oil, you just can't miss. I mean, you just can't. The price tag on it, I do believe, is like 174. So for a motor ball to be in the 170s, that's actually pretty good. Now, don't quote me on that. I could be very wrong. Nope, it's probably not 174. It's probably closer to 204, or 205, something like that. But with motive, they're worth it. I think the 174 is the Vengeance, but remember, Vengeance is symmetrical. This is the ASIM. Last ball that we're going to go over today is going to be the Transformer. Now, the Transformer is a hot mess. That ball has wings. I believe I can fly. I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. All right, so it's got wings. It's an asymmetrical bowling ball that has wings. It's got the core is the morph wings. You can drill it a whole bunch of different ways. It's got the VR1 or I don't know. Maybe they think you can play it like a video game. I have no idea what Roto Grip thinking. 251 RG, 0.051 differential, and then the mass bias is 0.015. Now, here's the thing. You can drill that ball to make it do a lot of different things, including fly away, I guess, is one of them. I believe I can fly. I can fly. Transformer is used best as a boat anchor. Dang, Steve, that was kind of messed up, bro. So let's talk about the Transformer. Other than the 7,316 different ways you can drill it, I don't know. Other than the fact that it comes at 1,000 power edge, which is 1,000 and then power edge. Other than the fact that it's $20. Other than the fact that it's ugly. Other than the fact that it smells worse than it looks. I'm going to say this ball is great. I know some of y'all done fell off y'all chair like, what did he just say? Is this man tired? Some of y'all going to be able to say, Coach, have you lost every bit of your god daggone mind? Of all the three balls, what would be the best three arsenal? Okay, that's good. That's good. Mr. D, I'm gonna answer that for you in 2 seconds, but I need to tell Steve why I'm saying this. Out of every bowling ball on this whole list, all of them are good at one thing. Coach must have a fever. You lost your crazy mind. Well, Steve, we both know I'm crazy. We both know this. I'm a little eccentric. Okay, let's keep this a buck. I'm crazier than Backwater, but that's not the point here. Here's the point. Every single ball on this list is good at something, right? The Evo, the Evo Mayhem, the cover. The cover makes it special. Why? Because the cover outlasts all the rest of them. Same as the concept. The concept cover makes it absorb. Okay, that makes it different. But that's his one niche, right? We can go down the list. The Monsoon, great benchmark shape. Reads early, reads late. Very good control piece. Are you with me? Ion Max Pearl. If it's shiny, it gets through. If it's not, it reads really early. You see what I'm saying? All of these have this same window. What I'm saying is this. The transformer does everything. If you don't drill into the wings, it's the most versatile ball on the whole list. Facts. Charles Barkley. Terrible. Nah. Hell with all that. His swing is terrible, but that ball is not. That ball is up there. Matter of fact, dude, let me tell you this. If I had to pick if I had to go to a tournament and they said this is a one ball tournament, one ball, but you can change the surface after every game, every 3 games, what ball would you pick? I picked the Transformer. If they said one ball tournament where you can't change the surface except for when you start, I picked the Transformer. The Transformer is a Swiss Army knife. The problem is people sleep on it because they don't know how to use it. You put 1,000 service on that bad boy. If you're playing on a sport, you can put 500 on it. And by the time you get to the middle of game one, end of game one, it's at stable. Once it's at stable, it can do everything you want it to do. Now, I know that, Steve, you don't believe me? Give it a try. If you got the Transformer, Steve, throw it at 1,000. I triple double dog dare you. And then come back and tell me. I'll make you this bet, Steve. I'll make you this bet. If you try what I'm asking you to and it don't work, I'll throw whatever swag ball you tell me to. But I ain't got to worry about it because it's going to work because that ball is that good. People just sleep on it because it's expensive. And here's the thing. If you go to your pro shop operator and you let them drill you what they want, of course it's probably not going to be good because I don't trust a lot of pro shop operators. They're good at some things. Most of the things they're not. What they're good at is ringing your money up and tell you that they did a great job. And whatever, dude. But again, I'll put me bowling a swag ball against you throwing a Transformer with the layout I tell you to put on it and the 1,000 surface. If you think it's crap, I'll throw any swag ball you want me to. Facts. That's how much I'm confident in what I'm telling you. Billy, the Venom is GOAT. I'm going to be like Coach. I like the Venom so much, I bought a second one. That's it. I picked the swag ball in the alley over the Transformer. I'm telling you, Steve, you want to make the bet with me, Steve? Steve, you want to make the bet? I'm telling you right now, I'll put my money where my mouth is. I will put my body on the swag line. That's how confident I am. Anyone have advice on playing a Mike Albee pattern 38 feet? Yeah. Put 500 surface on the ball and roll it up the gutter. Answer solved. There you go. Gunny, you score all day long. Whether you have a high rev rate or not, 500 on it. There you go. Up the gutter. I'm definitely excited about getting the Venom shot. Hopefully I can throw some EJ strikes. I wouldn't count on throwing EJ strikes at Billy M. How about you throw Billy M strikes? You know it's bad don't even see a pro throwing it. Oh, you don't see a pro doing a lot of things. You don't see pros doing a lot of things. Matter of fact, I was watching bowling the other day. I didn't see no P2s. That must be bad too. You know what I'm saying? You don't see a lot of things. But Steve, I hope you're not predicating your information predicated on what the pros are throwing. I would hope you're not doing that, sir. Now, if we wanted a three ball bag, is that what somebody asked me? A three ball bag. I can give you a three ball bag. You want me to? You want me to give you a three ball bag? So I'm gonna close this down. Three ball bags. Three ball bags. So we're gonna go when we're talking about Storm. Which brand do you want? Three ball bag? It doesn't matter what brand it is, or do you want three ball bag that's a brand? What do you? What are we talking? Have you seen the app called Strike Zone? Yeah, I've seen it, but it's supposed. I've seen ads for it, but I don't think it's released yet. But I have. I'm not dealing with a lot of information on it, Red. So, can we talk about it after the fact, please? After it's released or whatever, and I get a chance to really look at it. Okay, so if if you're going to create a bag, a three ball bag. Okay, so is this bag that we're talking about for a house shot or for a sports shot? Coach, do a three ball bag from the balls on your ranking chart. All right, give me 2 seconds. Let me put these balls back on my chart. Give me 2 seconds, fellas, and then I'll go ahead and do a ranking. I'll do a bag from these. So wait a minute. Do you just want it just from those, or do you want it? All right, I'll do it just from them. That's interesting. I guess I never looked at it like that. You know what I mean? Like, what three ball bags would I create with those said balls? Um, man, that's crazy work. Now you got me thinking. So wait, we need clarification. House shot. While I get this ready, we taking house shot or sports shot? Because if it's house shot or sports shot, that's two different bags. Hmm. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just trying to gear all these up. Dude, I got a lot of bowling balls in this thing. We should do a whole. You know what we should do? We should do a whole big old ball tier list, like all of them. Like every ball that I've thrown over the last couple of years, we should do a whole list on those. I think that would be epic. Give me 2 seconds. I'm almost done. All right. Here we go. Let me add this back really quick, and then we can have our bag list. I'm gonna add it back. Whoop, there it is. Okay, so let's see here. Let me make sure I got it right. Look, everything out of what we already have it. Your video is choppy. Not my video is choppy. It ain't choppy for me. I just wasn't saying anything. I'm sorry. I was trying to add it all back. Now I have a serious question. The lane positioning system. Should I place it at the arrows or where? You can place it at the arrows or down lane. It's up to you. Okay, so house shot. That's good. Yes, the best house shot ball for 2026. Also sport shot. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go with house shot, then we'll go with sport shot. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's go back to it. All right, so let's go back to it. So what we're gonna do is we're going to go. Hold on, let me. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We'll change this to best bag, second bag. Well, that didn't work out the way I planned it. Value bag. Sports bag. All right, y'all ready? Here we go. So, first bag that we're gonna make is we're gonna make the best just three ball bag, right? So, if we're gonna bowl in a house shot, then I'm not worried about much. I'm worried about a little bit of control, and I'm looking for a little bit of grace. So that means I'm looking for early and control. Early is control. That's power for me. So if I was going to go with a bag, I would go Evoke, Super Clutch, Venom Hysteria. That would be the very first bag I create. I got an asymmetrical that the surface doesn't fold. So that means that it's going to I can stand it longer. If I need to get out of it, I'm going down into a symmetrical middle of the road cover core combination that's going to get me through the head still cleaner. And it's actually going to blend the lane so it's not going to jump from wet to dry. And then, of course, my burn ball would be the Venom Hysteria, which is not a major jump back, which is also going to be cleaner than both the other two. It's symmetrical, so it's going to be rounder. And if we put a little service on it, that's not going to jump at the end of the pattern, which means it's going to be smoother. It'll blend, which would allow us to score very heavily. If I was going to make a secondary bag, um, this bag wouldn't be number it wouldn't be a second bag. This would be they if it was going to be A, then this would be A1. This would be a bag that's not better or worse. It would be on an equal playing field, and that would be the Vengeance. That would be the Monsoon. And believe it or not, for my shiny, I would have you can pick one of the two, but I would probably go Transformer or Ion Max Pearl. It would be one or the other. So it would be your choice to make. For me, just being 100% honest with you, I would probably go Transformer because it's a lot cleaner. Um, a lot cleaner, and that's the benefit for me. Now, if I was going to do it depends for me. Um, because the reality is the Ion Max Pearl is also interchangeable, because I could actually take the Vengeance out and put the Ion Max Pearl in its lead and use it at 1,000 surface. So I know it's a 3 ball bag. However, or um it can be the Vengeance and take the Transformer out. You see what I'm saying? So I'll put that down there for right now. So it can be this way or this way. I just think the Transformer is a lot more versatile than the Ion Max. Let's see here. Value bag. If I was going to create a value bag, it would look like this. I would go 139. The For sure, I would go the GB5 hybrid. It's just like the GB5 solid, but it's a little cleaner, but it's very benchmarky. So I would go with that ball first. I would go with the Monsoon, which is another $139 bowling ball, which is clean, effortless, and to the point. I would definitely use it. I would not think twice about it. And then I would also go right here for the Pearl of the Hammerhead Pearl, because it is absolutely positively 150% um, benchmarky shape, and it's also 140 bucks, 149 bucks. So this is a very good value bag. If you can't tell, you just got 3 balls for the price of basically one of the top of the line balls, because that's going to be 300 plus 300 around $300 right there for it. So absolutely bangers. Um, Now here is one difference though. If I was going to have a 3 ball bag and it's for a house shot, I could even say take out this one. Let's put this down here, and go like this. You see that? Or you have the option too, because I would do this. This is what my instincts would tell me. My instincts would tell me do this. Because believe it or not, that Piranha will work in game 3. That Piranha is clean enough and stores enough energy that it can get after and around the corner to store enough energy. If you're left and chasing oil, it can definitely work for you. So you have a lot of interchangeable things. But if I had to do it, it would look like this. Or you can do it this way too, where you're going GB5 Piranha, then Hammerhead. Now, if I was going to create a sports shot bag, and this is the fact of the matter is, if you're going to create a sports shot bag, you're already in trouble. No, you'd be fine. Um, I don't think that there's a big enough engine ball other than the VIP that I would use first on a sports shot. I don't think there's a big engine enough for me. But if I had to do it out of all these balls, I would go there, because that ball is going to read the body of the lane. So you need a big engine ball, or you need something that's super duper strong. With the balls up here, we only have 3 options: the VIP, the Purple Hammer, or the Concept. Them are the 3 choices that you have. There is no other choice up there. The Evoke Mayhem is diesel, but you can't. Wait a minute, there is another choice. If I was going to use the sports shot bag, okay, sports shot bag where you can go Vengeance. No, Vengeance ain't strong enough either. It's round enough. It but I don't think it's early enough to be on a short pattern. You may be able to get away with it, but on a long pattern, I wouldn't trust it. I need earlier. So um if these are all the balls that I had to pick from, all of them, I would go. I'm just gonna be honest. I would go Concept, and this is just 3 balls. See, a 3 ball bag on a sports shot is hard. So I would go Concept. Then I would go Evoke Mayhem, and then I go Transformer. That's my reality. You wanted it, that's what you got. You wanted it, that's what you got, ladies and gentlemen. That's how I would stack my stuff up. I like Strike Zone. It alerts you when new balls come out. Is it out already, Red? I didn't know it came out already. My national bag is Raptor Rain, P2, Venom Shock, Evoke Mayhem, Evoke Hysteria. I mean, Primer Rage Evolution, Blue Curl, High Road for practice, not competition. Spare Ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, it's not bad. I mean, but you better narrow it down. You only got a couple days left, bro. I've been using these balls in league with less surface to get ready for nationals. But my normal league bag usually includes the OG Hammer Effect. Man, Hammer Effect ain't bad. House bag for me would be the Ion Pro Solid Tension Star Typhoon, but sports bag mainly uses Black Hammer 78. But see, that's the thing, Billy Yum. They didn't ask me for my stuff. They asked me for out of the balls that's on the list for 2026 so far. Now, if what I'm going to end up doing is I'm gonna do a video where I drop everything for the last 2 years, and then how it all works out. Because the reality is some balls you use that are different, some balls you use that's not. House shot is Bionic Piranha and RST Hyperdrive Pearl. For sport, it's the Outer Limits, Evil Eye, and then the Widow 3.0 Dynasty. I'm driving, so bringing all 8. Hey, you got to. I'm bringing 8. Let's see my stuff. What do you mean, Captain D? What do you mean my stuff? How what would you like to see? I mean, I'm more than willing to show you. We're already here today. Your arsenal. My personal arsenal for what, Cap? For league, for sport, for what are we talking? What are we talking? I mean, because listen, I'm more than happy to show you whatever you like to see. Um, just being honest with you, I'll show you my list. Everybody knows I don't have no problem. I don't have any problem. Showing what I got. But I need to know though I need to know what you're referencing so that did I know so that I know what I need to post on here for you. Um because if you can show if um give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm trying to load this up. But my issue is I bowl with a lot of stuff because I do a lot of ball reviews. So what'll happen is I'll do a ball review and I'll leave the stuff in my bag and then I won't take it out and then I'll have to use it. What the world? All right, so let me see what y'all talking. All right, your Arsenal, your personal, both. So you mean my league and my sport? Okay, that's not a problem. Give me 2 seconds. I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get this to. I need to. I need to download a ball that. I need to download a ball so I can put it into the thing. So, give me 2 seconds and I'll do that for you. Really? Give me 2 seconds. And then I don't know if y'all can hear that or not, but that was me. All right. So I'm uploading a couple more balls into this thing. All right. Here we go. Let me add this back up here. All right. So he wanted to know what my league bag looks like. So let's drop these down and let's go over this. Now, everybody knows that me personally, I don't really, it don't really matter me when it comes to league because league you can throw pretty much anything. But in league for the summertime right now, I'm bowling in two leagues. It's going to be, and in my two leagues right now, it's going to be sports shot league and then adult youth. So for the sports shot league, my bag's going to be so. Let's do this. My bag's going to be a little different. So for sports league, that's going to be one bag, and then house is going to be another one. Um, so for sport, the reality is this is going to be an easy bag to look at. Here's why: because for sport, it's going to be Ion Max 3.5 inch pin. Sorry, Ion Max pin down. 4.5 inch pin, then Ion Max 5 inch pin for 3.5 inch pin, 4.5 inch, and then 3.5 inch pin. Um, both of them with 500 surface or lower. Um, and then after those two, it's going to be the Evo because it'll get me through games. My next ball down is going to be the Monsoon. Um, Now these two is because I'm gonna burn the line in the lane, and depending on the line that I'm playing, it'll create a bounce angle at some point. Now the reason why I throw this one is because it allows me to play the body of the lane, and I can put a lot of surface on it. The reason why I ball to another Ion Max is because this is a 3.5 inch pin. It stands up really early. It's really strong. It digs in very early, and it stands up, so it's not a lot of right to left. So that means that I have a ton of control. The reason why I'm going to go to the Duralast is because it's a lot weaker than the Ion Max, although it's also symmetrical. Now, the cover holds up. So when I'm moving left, that cover is going to hold up a lot longer. So that's going to get me through game 3, right? And then game 4, I'm pretty much going to be in the Monsoon. My league is four games long. Now, if I'm going to bowl into a tournament, right? If I'm going to bowl in a tournament, then I'm going to have more equipment at the tournament. Then it's going to become the Ion Max Pearl right there, then the Venom Shock right there. Are you guys with me? So this will be how it looks. If I'm going to a tournament, it'll be these two, then this, then the Monsoon, then the Ion Max Pearl. Now with the Ion Max Pearl, because it is a little on the stronger side, I got an opportunity to skip it. If I'm seeing what I want to see, then I'll be skipping it to go to the Venom Shock. After the Venom Shock, oops, I didn't put it in there. After the Venom Shock, I got Tropical Surge. And then after the Tropical Surge, I got the Super Clutch. Now, for House Shot, see, I got both those balls and I didn't even put them in here, man. That's my stupidity. That's on me, guys. I'm sorry about that. Give me 2 seconds while I'm talking about my house shot, and then I'll go ahead and so we'll go ahead and wow, that was pretty bad. All right, so save that to photos. Okay, so got that one, and give me 2 seconds. I'll let everybody see exactly what I'm looking at. I'm just trying to get this ready. Okay, so for house shot is a little different. Why is the house shot a little different? Because it just simply put on a house shot, I can bowl with anything that I want to bowl with. Now, I know that sounds bad and I know that that sounds arrogant, but I promise you guys, I am not trying to do either or. The reality is with my rev rate and ball speed, I can pretty much get away with anything that I want to get away with. Now, am I saying that in a bad manner? No, I'm saying it because it's absolutely the truth. The truth is I can get away with pretty much anything I want. So for me, that bag is going to look a little bit different. All right, so let me move this over. Okay, so for a house shot, the reality is if I was going to try and average 230, right? If I was going to try and average 230, I would, let me add that in here. Oops, I mean do that. Meant to do this. All right, there we go. So to finish this off, Tropical Surge goes there, and that goes there. Tropical Surge will play with about 800 surface on it. This will be a 3000. That'll be my sports shots bag. If I'm going to look at a house shot, again, a house shot can be anything that it wants it to be. Um, if I'm going to go house shot, I'm going to go Max Trill Pearl. I'm going to go Max Trill Pearl. This will be 3.5-inch pin to start. Then this is a 5-inch pin. The reason why I'm going to play it like that is because they're strong, they're clean, they get me through the fronts very, very well. And this is if I want to score. If there's a little bit of oil, I can have a vengeance in my bag. Um, I always take 5 balls with me to league. I would take Transformer, and I would probably more often than not, I would take the middle of the road too. So it would be like this. I would start with, everybody knows, they see me do it. I'll start with the Max Trail Pearls. I will this, and this is how it will look in my bag. If it's too much oil, I would go this to these. If it's just a regular house shot, not and there's surface on the outside, I'm going Max Trail Pearls to start. Everybody that watches the channel and watches the live know that I'm going to throw those Max Trail Pearls because they're just awesome. Coach, did you like the IQ 78U or did you throw? No, I'm not a fan of it. Um, you're debating on it. See, that's the thing. I'm not a really big house shot guy, Billy. I'm not a really big a urethane guy, Billy M. So that's why it's a solid, all one solid color, and plus I'm not a fan of any of the urethanes or 78Us. But I wouldn't discourage you from doing it. Oh, Billy, I've never thrown a concept, but I think there are dozens of bowlers in my sport league are throwing it, and it looks really good. Hey, I think it's okay. I've only thrown 2 urethane bowling balls in my life, the original from Black and Hammer. Hey, Steve, you said the concept looked good. Are they scoring with it? That would be my question to you, Steve. Are they scoring with it? I'm talking about putting up good numbers. Are they averaging two somethings with the concept? I mean, I think that it comes down to ball speed and rev rate ratio as to how good you're going to be with that ball. That's what I think. Now, there's some people that don't mind one solid color. I tend to mind it a little bit because again, I can't see when the ball stands up, and for me, that's a problem. If you like throwing urethane, I don't see nothing wrong with the concept. And if you like throwing urethane, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Do I think you need it in league? No. If you're a sport bowler, sport shot or tournament bowler, then I think it can be definitely used. That's the reality. I think you can, and but the question you got to ask yourself is that what you're comfortable with. I'm the different type of bowler. I want control, and I'm getting it with a solid. So if I'm getting control that I need with a solid, why do I need to use the urethane? And I can use a solid that's more conducive to colors. Now, I don't know if anybody noticed this, but look at the sports shot bag that I got for nationals, because this is my sports shot bag for nationals minus this one. What's the trend? What do you notice with this bag for sports shot for me? And what do you notice for the balls for league with me? What do you notice? Can anybody tell me what they see? Before we get off today, can anybody tell me what they see? Scoring well and keeping around 15. If it hits friction, it has a lot of tendencies to hit high head pin. Some guys like to put it around 4 and let it roll in. Okay, let's see. I know a guy on my sports league who uses a lot of vintage equipment, like the original fat bag hammer and original sumo, and the reason why they use those balls, Billy M, is because the hardness on them balls are like 62 and 60. So a lot more of the surface of the ball is touching the lane, which makes it more controllable. And that's why they're also illegal to use in tournaments. Vince's bowling ball had crazy cores. Owners of the originals were, but that's why they like to use the old ones, is because their hardness. They're more controllable. More of the ball reads the lane. It makes it easy. That's why it was banned to be used that way. I got a pitch black that I can't see at all, but I'll tell you what, you let me lace that pitch black up with that 59 hardness, and I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna tell you now, I'm gonna go to work. Matter of fact, all you got to do is look at one of my very first videos. I think it was the very first one. We were out there playing around, and I picked up the pitch black and threw 300 with it because it's total control. That 59 hardness on that bad boy, total control. Coach, no Jackal Ghost on sport. Nope. Mm-mm. No, sir, Billy Bob. Nope. Now, I'm not going to lie and be like, hey, I haven't thought about getting a Jackal Ghost. I have. I was thinking about telling Nate to send me one. I just hadn't pulled the trigger. But here's the thing: there's a reason why that I don't have a Jackal Ghost. I don't think I can see the colors. And again, I don't know how many of you guys know, but I need the ball. I need to see it stand up. And if I can't see it standing up, then I don't want it because I can't see it. And there's nothing like throwing something that you're not comfortable with. So for me, it comes down to being comfortable, right? And that's where I'm trying to be. Keon, what up, man? I'm trying to be as comfortable as I can be because that's where scoring is going to happen. That's why if you notice my bowling bag for nationals is all colorful. If you notice my bowling bag for league is colorful. When I'm using something that's a solid bowling ball, you should know that it's about to get messy. It's about to be catastrophic. For real, for real. If I have to, if you said you have to use a all solid bowling ball bag, prepare for me to bowl a 500 something. Unless I can really lock in on hitting a singular target, I'm in trouble. Now you give me some bowling balls I can see and see this court stand up. Well, then you might see me do some damage. But I'm noticing a trend with a lot of guys I'm going to nationals with. And Too Tall, I hope you're not guilty of this said thing. Is they're very, how can I put this? They're very hard on themselves. They're like, I want to do this, I want to do that. I don't have an expectation, man. I do. I'm going to meet Too Tall and I'm going to bowl. Do I know what I'm going to bowl? Absolutely not. If I average a 650, if I average a 750, if I average a 550, it's going to be what it's going to be. I have one singular job: roll the ball down the lane and hit my mark. Mm, after that, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. You gotta grow to accept it. Now, do I hope I bowl well? Sure, but I'm not gonna put that pressure on myself. I'm gonna do what the lanes tell me. I'm gonna use what the lanes tell me, and that's gonna be that. I will be able to tell you how I'm going to bowl in game one of team. No, game two. In game one of team, I'm gonna be able to tell you how I'm gonna bowl. In game two of singles and doubles, I'll be able to in the middle of game one, I'll be able to tell you how I'm gonna bowl. I can flat out tell you. And I'm gonna tell you how. And Too Tall, you're a witness. And you can come on alive and tell everybody if I was right or not. If I have to get out of my 4.5-inch pen, Ion Max, in game one of team, I'm going to bowl my butt off. I'm going to literally bowl my butt off. If I got to get out of that Ion Max 4.5-inch pen and get into the 3.5-inch pen to where it's forward, I'm going to light it up. If I have to get out that ball, I'm going to give somebody the business. I'm telling you now. I'm going to really go insane. I'm talking about shooting 300 is going to be a very viable option for me. If I have to get out of that Ion Max 4.5-inch pen, if I have to get out of it, it ain't running, is it? Why would you do that? I can't see where you're steering it. So if the lanes dictate that I get out of that 4.5-inch pen, Ion Max, in game one, at the beginning of game one, or in the middle of game one, I'm going to do some damage. And that's singles and doubles. Now, if I have to be in that 4.5-inch pen, then we might run into some issues. I'm just saying it for a friend. Now, do I think so? But the lanes are going to dictate what's going to happen. I'm not going to force it. I'm not going to fight it. I'm just going to let it happen. But that's how that's going to happen, though. If that happens, I know what's going to be. And you hear me being a psychic right now. Another thing, Too Tall. If you see me if I can stay in that Ion 3.5-inch pen because it gets so forward, if I can stay in that ball for all 3 games of team, I know I'm a score. If I know I can get it to the monsoon in team, I'm still going to score. But if I got to go through the monsoon, then yeah, we're in trouble. Coach, you definitely helped me to level set, especially since it's my first nationals. My primary goal is to have fun and learn. Listen, Matt, having fun is all it's about, dude. Don't worry about expectations. Don't worry about nothing. Just have fun. Just roll the ball. Everybody working together, we're going to create a line. So hopefully everybody will be able to get to the pocket. If you don't worry about it. We'll move you right. You'll be able to get to the pocket. It'll squeak there. But that's not just you, that's everybody. But I'm going to use a ton of surface. So I'm probably going to burn the lanes up by myself. Just being honest with you. I'm being serious as hell. I'm going to use that Ion Max. I'm probably going to put 360 on it. I'm going to try and burn that crap up. Once we do that, it's on and popping. But again, I want that ball to be too tall. I want that Ion Max 4.5 inch pin. I want that ball to be going through the nose or going slightly Brooklyn in practice. Because if that's the look that I get, then we're all going to be just fine. You know what I'm saying? And for teams, I think we're going to get that. It's singles and doubles that might be a little wonky. But you guys got 6 people on your pair. Everybody's going to work together. You guys will be great. Us, we're going to, because we're bowling at 3 in the afternoon that day, that might be a little bit tricky because we're going to have somebody on the pair that we don't know. But the way I see it is they can do whatever they want to do. It ain't going to matter to me. Not one bit. Because I'm going to do what I do. Now, with that being said, guys, I got to go pull my car in because it was left out in the driveway.
I can't see over your steering wheel.
Because my wife can't park my car in the garage without hitting the other one.
You have a baby car.
We're not going to talk about this.
You have a baby car.
We're going to leave this
I have a man.
for tomorrow's conversation about how my wife can't drive a car.
I have a bigger car than you.
You hear her making excuses.
I can't see over your baby steering wheel. I'm on the floor crawling.
You hear this? We're not going to talk about this sad thing. Packy wins cheated championship. Man, that's sad. I wanted Cam Crow to win it. All right, but anyway. Steve, I'm not taking her on a safari. Steve, I got to go. I'm not taking her on no safari. Matter of fact, I might let her get eaten by a tiger or a lion. Great live stream. So much good content. Well, thanks, Too Tall. I appreciate it. This is what's going to be like from now on, man. We're going to start doing this more often. We're going to start breaking things down. We're going to start doing a lot of good stuff. Because guess what? If we got the knowledge, we might as well use it. And with that being said, I'm not going on safari. I'll talk to all you guys tomorrow because tomorrow's Sunday. And happy Mother's Day to all your wives. You tell them I said happy Mother's Day. Matter of fact, maybe we should skip Mother's Day. Let you guys have it. We'll be back on Monday. Yep, that's what we'll do. We'll be back Monday night. Monday night, Too Tall. Monday night, Steve. Monday night, everybody. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Let's raise the roof. Happy Mother's Day. All right. Have a good one, guys. Later.